Hello everyone. I have been making some little tags for the fairy journal that I'm going to be starting. And I've made a few, and I just thought I'd hop on and record a couple now for you for the index card. So I'm participating in, it's not really an official thing. I have a bunch of index cards, and I saw that someone else is doing 52 index cards in 52 weeks. So I'm hopping on board, and these are also part of my 100-day project too. So again, with these, when I'm done with these index cards, I'll have my week for this week. I'm not sure how many index cards I'll get done for the 100-day project. Maybe even, I don't know if it's full 2 weeks worth, but when it's all said and done, I'm going to batch a few right now, just because I have all my stuff out. And I'm just using some, mostly just lace, and I have bits and bobs of stuff. I have little butterflies, bees, cheesecloth, and I have these backgrounds, and then I have these little, I bought these little stickers I found on Amazon, but I actually made copies of them and printed them out on paper, because I didn't want them to be shiny, for one thing, and I wanted to have more than just what came in the Amazon pack. So I have this. I have a whole basket of just stuff like this, material and stuff. And I also have, it's behind me. I'm going to go get the, I have small bits and bobs of like paper. So like this, like small little paper pieces that I think will be good. So I'm just making a bunch of, basically they're journal cards. I don't know if I'm going to make tags out of them, but they're cards that I've stamped on these ones, and so you can write on the back. So I'm just kind of, like I said, I'm doing a batch, and I just thought I'd turn my camera on. And I was moving everything out of the way so I could make a fresh space for my recording, and I forgot to move everything back before I pushed the play button. So I apologize for my seemingly unorganized, even though I'm pretty organized right now. I just had this stuff behind me. So anyway, I have a pile of this. I just pulled out some of the smaller bits, and I'm just going to make until my back hurts from sitting here, or until I get hungry, or whatever. So that's what I'm going to do. So I hope you all are having a fabulous day. We had awful snow and everything else last week, and mostly by Monday it was gone. So that's kind of exciting to have that. We don't get snow very much here, so I welcomed it. I like it. I like looking at it and getting cozy inside. So I'm trying not to super overthink this. I'm just trying to get the stuff down and be done. But I'm also trying to use up some scraps, and there, that's kind of cute. Okay, so now I'm gonna start gluing. And like I said, I want these to be pretty simple. Come up here so I'm in frame. Nothing fancy. I am going to I'm going to record the whole making of the fairy journey, the fairy journal. I've already one of my journal, was it Journal to Inspire, or no, I think it was a Roxy's challenge, Roxy's weekly challenge, that I made a journal cover out of a like a repurposed book. So I did that with the fairy, well, just with some fabric, and I put a fairy on the front of it. I'll show it to you here in a minute as soon as I get this kind of glued down. Yeah, so what I'm doing now, sorry for my arm reaching, is I'm just preparing some stuff for the inside. I haven't made the signatures yet. I'm out of like paper, like all the coffee dye. I just did a small batch of coffee dyed paper just to see if I could do it and what it was like. And I've used, and I did it mostly on recycled paper because I wasn't sure how it was going to work out. And I'm kind of trying to be true to junk journaling and only as best as I can journal with recycled items or items I would normally throw away. So that's why I did the coffee dyed paper. And I'm trying to decide. I think I have enough to do signatures. So I'm still trying to decide on that. But when I make those signatures up, I'll turn the camera on and follow along. And then every time I work in it to make things, it'll be kind of like a start to finish. Which I love to watch those. I love to watch other artists and craftspeople do their journals. I love from beginning to end. I find it really fascinating. I've only made a couple, and I'm still like learning different ways to sew signatures in. So that should be fun. Okay, so I'm going to call this one done. Put it over here to dry. I have this one. This is pretty. This little piece. Looking in my ribbon drawer to see if I have any. I think I have some silver ribbon, I think. Maybe not. Oh, yep, I do. It might be kind of pretty to put something like that on there. Maybe with some of this. So yeah, Trying to think of anything else exciting going on. Ooh, I'm also, I'm new to this junk journaling, and I'm having a lot of fun um, following new junk journal artists and craftspeople, and but um, I'm a mixed media artist, and have been for a while, and um, and I haven't really filmed any of that. I did uh, a painting for my son. He well, I've done a painting for my daughter, and then I decided I need to do one for my son. He lives in Oregon. We live in Washington. He lives in Oregon. Um, and it's really hard because with COVID, we don't get to see him very much. And I meant to have the painting finished for him at Christmas, and I just couldn't get it right. I just couldn't. He is he's an artist also. He actually gets paid for his work. he's an animator. So he takes graphic designs made by artists, and then he makes them move. And he works for a company that, they do advertising for some of the big major companies that we've all used and heard of: Google, Adobe, Pandora. I mean, that's just to name a few. They have all kinds of really big clients. So he's got a certain aesthetic already, and it's much different than mine. And actually, my daughter's is much different than mine. So when I painted her painting, it was, not a painting I would necessarily put in my house. And so with my son, he said the only criteria he really had was that he wanted it to have sunsetty colors. So he likes those pastel colors, and in his animation that he creates, he uses a lot of pastel colors. So I was like really torn by that because I am not a pastel color girl. Most of my paintings are super colorful. I'm more likely to use neon colors than pastel colors. So I've been working on this painting for pretty, months basically. And I belong to an artist community, and we had a class by one of our members in the community. She taught a class. It was called, I can't remember what it was called, but it was basically a creative frenzy class. And you take a piece of paper and you just kind of scribble all over it, and use different drawing materials, and then you put tape on it, and then you come through and you use different materials again, and you pull the tape off, and you get this really cool looking design underneath. And so at first I thought I would just kind of do a big circle with a sunset, like that's the sun and then I just didn't like it. It was boring and didn't really have anything to it. And then I thought I would do we're all huge Star Wars fans. So I thought, I'll do the moons of Tatooine, and make it pastel-y. And I tried doing that, and I really did not like the way it looked. And so after I took this class last week, yesterday I just decided that I was going to put tape all over it and scribble on top of it with all kinds of paint markers, and I did that, and then I painted over all of it, and I painted it kind of a teal and white on the upper 2/3, and then kind of pink and white, and of course I have to throw in just a tiny little bits of my neon pink, which I did, just very small amounts. And I pulled the tape off, and I am in love with the painting. Like, I was just like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, so amazing. And I sent a picture to my son, and I said, hey, unless you hate this, this is your painting. I finally got it done. And he texted me back right away, and it was all capitals. He said, I love it. So so I'm super excited about that. Total mission accomplished there. So so I'm feeling pretty happy about that. All the way, this painting has had so many different versions, and I'm usually pretty good at taking pictures. And I did do some recordings. I don't know if I ever put them on YouTube, but I did some recordings of the first parts when I was first starting the painting. So there's many layers of paint because I couldn't decide what I was going to do and which way I was going. And this time I just didn't take that many pictures, so I don't really have a lot to show off. But the really important thing is that I finished it finally, and he loves it, and I love it, and I'm just very, very excited. So that's one cool thing that's kind of out of the ordinary that's been going on with me. But that's, I just kind of also wanted to add in that is the amazing thing about being in community with other artists, whether it's, just following them on social media, or, being on YouTube and watching other artists create. You get so much inspiration. It's so, I don't know, I just find it really fascinating how, and I've already felt that and experienced that from the junk journaling community on YouTube. It's just been very very fun and enjoyable for me. So so yeah, so that's what's going on. I don't know if I can think of anything else, so I'm gonna do glue stick. do not like this shiny glue. Okay. Very cute, very simple. If I want to add anything to them when I make my journal, I can do that. So let's see what I have here. This one. So this gets me caught up, I think, with the index card every week. I don't always batch them like this, but I had everything out and I was like, I'm just going to do these all. So 5. It's very cute. Didn't ink these ones. I don't want to do that. Okay, well, that's all I got for today. I appreciate you watching. I want to say hi to my new subscribers, and thank you for subscribing, and hi to all of my people who have been supporting me since I started, which I just started doing this in January, so it's all very new, and I'm loving it. So I'm really following some wonderful artists and learning a lot, and everybody's just so generous with their information and answering questions, and it's just fabulous. So thank you, and I will be seeing you soon. Thanks. Bye.